Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called Through Envy of the Devil Came Death into the World. Let me repeat that one more time, man. The name of the word tonight is going to be Through Envy of the Devil Came Death into the World. This word tonight, man, is, I really hope that you sincere brothers and sisters, man, is edified by this message tonight, because what you have going on in the world today, all the chaos and all the unsavory, evil, wicked things that are dominating our world today, it all started through the envy of the devil, who we know as the Lord of Hell. You see, so through that envy, okay, of the devil came death into the world. And we're gonna get into this word, and we're just gonna show you how someone that had a grudge against Yahweh, who the world ignorantly called God, okay, someone that had a grudge, someone that had a degree of hatred, okay, someone that was malicious towards Yahweh. What did he do? He attacked Adam and Eve, which was created to be perfect. And through them, through attacking them, came death into the world. And as we speak today, we are still dealing with the end result of the envy of the Lord of Hell, aka the envy of the devil. You see, and you have a lot of individuals out here today that have that envy of the devil's spirit on them, man. Those in your family, your closest friends. I mean, you have all these type of individuals that is around you that have that envy of the devil's spirit in them, and they acting it out towards you, man. But we're going to kick this word off in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23 and 24. And in verse 23, it reads, "For God, who we know as Yahweh, created man to be immortal," aka Adam, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. You see that? For Yahweh created man to be immortal, to have life never ending, to be destined to live, to be imperishable, to be exempt from death and annihilation, to be non-corrupt. You see, starting with Adam. You see? Not only that, it says, for Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity, man. See, you were made, man, to be endless after death. You see that? That's cold-blooded, man. And it goes on in verse 24, and it reads, "Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world. And they that do hold of his side do find it," and that's death. So those that attend the party of Satan, guess what's going to happen, man? Death is going to be waiting on you. It says in Wisdom of Solomon, which is in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 24, it says, "Nevertheless, through envy, through having a grudge, through being malicious, through feeling uneasy, through jealousy, through the degree of hatred, okay, the devil came, of the devil came death into the world. And like I told you before, starting with Adam and Eve, man, and it went downhill ever since. And the scripture says, and they that do hold of his side, they that partake in the envy of the devil spirit that came into the world and brought death, you're going to also find death as well. And that's exactly what we got going on today, man. Like I said, we're going to open this word up in Genesis 3, verse 6, man. It says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. You see that? Right there is a beautiful example through the envy of the devil, okay? Death came into the world by way of what he was able to do with Adam and Eve, man. You see that? He tricked Eve, and at the same time, she manipulated Adam. And the end result of their sins is what brought death into the world. And it was all manipulated. It was all mastermind. It was all strategized through the Lord of hell, a.k.a. the devil, okay, through the spirit of envy. And in Genesis 3 and 13, it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto the woman, a.k.a. Eve, what is this that thou hast done? That was the question that he asked her. And the woman said, who was Eve, the serpent, a.k.a. the devil, a.k.a. the Lord of hell, beguiled me, a.k.a. deceived me, and I did eat. You see that? That's cold-blooded, man. And that's why we're in the predicament that we're in now. There's a lot of individuals that are walking on this earth, okay, with the envy of the devil spirit on them. And like I said, man, death came into the world with that envy of the devil. You see? And where did he go to kick this off? He attacked Eve, to saw for sex. And she was able to convince her husband to jump off the cliff with her, man. And because they did that, death entered the world, man. In 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14 is the next scripture we're going to come out with, man. I mean, it's cold-blooded, man. But the Lord of hell, a.k.a. the slanderer, a.k.a. the devil, man. Dude, folks ain't nothing nice, man. And I'm telling you, because of that envy, he went at high lengths to turn this world upside down, man. And we still ain't learned from it, man, all this time. We still ain't learned from it. The next scripture, again, sorry for the delay, is 1 Timothy. I just had it, I'm sorry. 1 Timothy 2, verse 14. Listen up, and it reads, and Adam was not, wait a minute, let's go to 13 and 14. In 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 13 and 14. And it reads, verse 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. You see that? So in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23, when it says, for Yahweh created man to be immortal, he's talking about Adam, man. Okay? It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Okay? Verse 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression. You see that? And like I said, that was the floodgate. That was the linchpin for death to come into the world, man. That's cold-blooded, man. Now, we're going to skip over to 2 Corinthians 11:3 and continue to show you how the envy of the devil, man, through the envy of the devil, came death into the world. 2 Corinthians 11:3, and it reads, "But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahushua," man. So again, man, you see that? This is how the envy of the devil came death into the world, man. A dangerous situation, man. Again, he went after the softer sex. But see, Eve is not alone, even though the devil, a.k.a. the Lord of Hell, used her to make her husband, Adam, jump off the cliff. But Adam had his part in this as well. And he should have known better. And we're going to get that in Romans 5:12. Romans chapter 5, verse 12. And it reads, "Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned." You see that, man? This is where we at today, man. Through envy of the devil came death into the world, man. And in Romans 5:12, it says, "Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned," man. See that? Cold-blooded, man. What's the name of the lesson, man? Through envy of the devil, a.k.a. the Lord of Hell, came death into the world, man. And we're going to close it out in the Apocrypha in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 24. And it says, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die," man. Of Eve, in other words, came the beginning of sin, and through Eve we all die, man. You see that? So do you see the effect of the envy, through the envy of the devil came death into the world? You see that? His grudge, his malicious attack and jealousy and degree of hatred towards Yahweh drove him to do this type of madness. And that madness that he did, we are still feeling the effects of it today, man. And all you individuals out there, listen, man, please understand that the envy of the devil's spirit is still out here, and you got individuals that's walking around in that spirit. So like I say, through the envy of the devil came death into the world, man. And I just showed you how Yahushua told you in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23, "For God created man to be immortal," that was Adam, "and made him to be an image of his own eternity." You see that? For God created man to be life never ending, destined to live, exempt from death and annihilation, to be non-corrupt. And that was Adam. But see, through the envy of the devil came death into the world. Why? Because he was able to use Eve, the softer sex, okay, to make the man that the Yahweh created to be life never ending, to jump off the cliff. And once they both jumped off the cliff, guess what happened? Death came into the world, like I told you in 1 Timothy 2:14, like I told you in 2 Corinthians 11:3, like I told you in Romans 5 and 12, and like I told you as we get ready to close out in Sirach 25 and 24, when it reads, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. You see that? And this is all predicated to the mastermind of the envy of the devil, man. Yeah, man. Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And hey, listen, man, for those who really don't understand, now you see just how critical and how important Adam and Eve in the beginning, how they were created to be perfect through the envy of the devil, flawed them, and the flaw that he created in them has turned this world upside down ever since, man. Food for thought. Shalom.